Sadly, there's been a steady increase in the number of suicides in every age group over the recent years, and we wanted to talk more about this with Chris Ferentinos of Unity Health here in Portland. And Chris, this news about Kate Spade, for someone like you, does it increase people reaching out?
I think what it does make people talk more about suicide and what it is and the causes of it, and how people can be depressed and sometimes have also a big pressure in terms of how they look in the outside to society. And that, I think, in this case, in this particular case, might have played a role insofar making someone like Kate Spade being unable to reach out and to say, I'm sick, I need help. So it always brings up the stigma and the importance of being able to say, this is a disease of the brain, just like anything else. Reach out.
What is your advice when people might be calling you this week with this news? I mean, where do you even start? What do you tell them?
Yeah, I think the most important part when we're helping people that are depressed and that are having thoughts of suicide is to actually talk openly about it, to be able to say the words. A lot of people are afraid of having, say, a loved one that it's thinking about suicide, and it's like, I don't want to talk about it, otherwise I'm going to give them some ideas. And it's the absolute opposite. You have to talk about it. Also, for people that have a loved one that they suspect that have some kind of problem, to really think about lethal means that people may have at home, because a lot of males actually use fire guns, and fire guns are available in the house, and so having it locked. And pills are very much used by females to complete suicide. So you have to be aware of the entire environment.
Sadly, Kate Spade's sister has come out and said that, you know, this news did not surprise her and that she had tried to get her help. So, you know, there's that obstacle of seeing a loved one who does need treatment and they refuse. What do you do in that case? What's your advice?
Yeah, I think the refusal is a complicated one, but once again, it's about talking it openly. And sometimes it's saying, okay, how about if I take you to a place just to talk to somebody else? How about if we call a line together? Here in Oregon, we have an incredibly good suicide line, very well staffed. It's called linesforlife.org, Lines for Life. And sometimes how about if we make a call together? Let's just do it together.
So they feel that support. We have the number on the screen right now for Lines for Life. You know, we did make mention that suicide rates going up in age groups, women especially. This has focused on the increasing rate among women. What do you know about that?
Yeah, and not only women, but also white males and veterans. That has almost doubled in the last few years. And so I think what it makes us think, it's how society has now such a pressure on performance, and everything that you do is so public because of social media. And I think in that sense, I think people really need to be aware of how this media exposure makes people more vulnerable, and to really be able to provide support and provide help, such as calling Lines for Life or coming to Unity Center and getting an evaluation.
And honestly, Chris, from our perspective, that's why we invite you in today, because we don't want to just report the news of another awful death to suicide, but we want to try to move the discussion forward. So we thank you for coming by today.
Thank you
Chris
very much.
Ferentinos from Unity Health. And as we go to break, the number on the screen there for Lines for Life, 1-800-273-8255.